Fuck you.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me here on this cold Sunday afternoon. I know it's been a minute since I posted something on YouTube, taking a break from social media and everything during the holidays, but we're back now and we got some work to do. While I was gone, I did get the front drive accessories put on to the engine, and we also did the oil pan install. So here's some clips of that for you guys. And then just to show you guys a little issue that we had with the tall valve covers. So if you're running high mount alternators, or these aftermarket high mount brackets for the alternators, and you want to do the clean look of the two-piece valve covers, there's an issue with the alternator and clearancing with this. A lot of guys, they just cut this and be done, or they might clearance the plastic in the back. Really did not want to mess either of those up. These valve covers look too nice and too good to even think about cutting them. So went on forums and Facebook groups and stuff, and guy's name's Chad, shout out to Chad if you're watching this, suggested that I get the ICT billet alternator bracket extension. So this just came in the mail today through Amazon, and we threw this on, and as you can see, the alternator fits no problem. There's like a small gap for clearance right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But this worked out really well. I don't have to cut anything. I don't have to cut the alternator. This doesn't affect the belt drive system at all. It just moves the alternator position down a little bit, and the belt will run, just as normal. So yeah, that's all I've been up to lately. Just getting that portion of everything done. So the engine's pretty much done and sealed up for the time being. Do need to get a newer thermostat and put it in. The one I got with the accessory drive kit, it's a little old, so I'll just get a brand new one. But for today's project, next week we're gonna start trying to test fit the motor and do some measurements and stuff, mostly for mock-up and for clearancing and stuff, and the other reason is to do some 3D scans so we can do headers. Now I know there's a bunch of videos out there on doing this, but we're gonna do our own video. We're gonna make the wood block stands, or the chocks, to raise the car up so we don't have a lift. So we have all of our materials. We have our 2x4s. I got 6 of them and had them cut in half. So we got 12 pieces to work with. Wood screws, speed square. I did buy this general purpose cutoff wheel, 3 inches to able to cut wood and stuff like that. Didn't realize that I got the wrong size, so we have a piece of junk now. So we got the Sawzall and a wood blade to do the job. Now, normally when you guys are doing a project like this, you want to measure your tire width. I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I have these shop cradles or car cradles. I move the car around a little bit sometimes. I'm just gonna go off of these measurements. So I measured the width of cross. The width of cross is 14.5 inches. And then I don't need the whole thing front to back. I just need like pretty much where the tire cradle holds, which is about 18 inches. So we'll do 14.5 by 18. And then we're gonna build the 4 corners so that we can lift the car up and put the motor up in there. You don't necessarily need to do this just to put the motor in, but I'm doing it now because when we have the motor and trans put together, it'll be easier, since we don't have a lift and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all we're doing today. So let's go ahead and hop to it. All right, guys, so we got all the wood cut So after doing my measurements, I actually mocked up one just to see how I want it to be within the wheel width. So this is the mock-up one. I just put nails in it just to hold it and mock it up. The Sawzall wasn't cutting it, so I ran to Walmart. I know they have a tool section, and I got a circular saw for 30 bucks. So that didn't hurt me too bad, and it made short work of just cutting all this wood. So let's talk about some math. So we have, I think I bought 6 2x4s, and they were 8 foot. Cut them in half. That gives me 12 pieces to work with. I've now cut all of these 12 pieces into another, stack of 12s. Like I said, these are the stacks of 12. And I said, let's talk about the math. I want to talk about the math as far as how high you want your car to be, right? So for me, I said I want it to be about a foot. So with these being 2x4s, you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 inches is a foot. So each stack of 12 is going to bring the car up 1 foot. So this is just a mock-up. Nothing here is screwed down. The first layer it has 1 nail per corner. I just mocked it up just to make sure I get the right tire width, or how I want the tire to sit snug in the cradles when they're done. So I just did that one as a mock-up, and then I'm building up from there. So I'll probably do that with the other stacks, just make like a small one at the bottom and then work my way up. So none of this is screwed down yet. I'm actually gonna go take a break and eat, and then I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So let's break out the box of screws. I'm show y'all the pattern in which I'm going to screw this down. It doesn't matter if it's on the bottom or not, but starting on the bottom, I'm going to do 2 in a corner and then alternate. So 2, 2, 2, 2 until I get to the top. The reason I'm doing that is because I have, I think the 3.5 inch screws. Yeah, 3.5 inch screws. And so that 3.5 is gonna come to, half of this, or half of this block here. When you start stacking these up and screwing each one in, if you're going straight down, they're gonna, interfere with each other. So if I just do one here, and that goes about, halfway to there, and then on the next one, I'll alternate it. So that way, when I stack the next 2 up here, it's not, hitting every screw underneath. So we have 1 cradle done. Pro tip, don't start the first layer on your, your folding tables and stuff like that. I accidentally screwed the whole damn thing into the table. So it was kind of hard to get out at first. But I got it out, and then I took the angle grinder and I cut off the ends because they were sticking out the bottom and into the table. So don't do that. All right, I have a lot of screws and 3 more wheels to do, so let's just time lapse. We got all 4 wheels, or all 4 wheel stands completed. We've got all of them painted. I just grabbed me a black rattle can I had laying around, and we sprayed the tops. You can still see lettering on there because I had an idea of just like labeling it just for fun, but it turned out like crap, so I just painted over it. So that's pretty much all there is to it. It's just a bunch of wooden screws. And so, like I said, all of these are a foot in height. So it'll raise the car height up by 1 foot, and that should be enough space to get the trans out and help us, put the engine and stuff in. I do need to figure out when I'm going to take the trans out before this weekend, but like I said earlier, we're not going to use these today. I don't want to set the car up just yet. I want to see how everything looks when we move the bike and everything out of here and have enough space to do it. So we'll wait until this weekend to use them. So stay tuned for that. But that's pretty much it, guys. So that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. If you found today's video useful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment section below. I know when I posted this on Instagram, some of you said that you found this useful and you might make your own. So I encourage that. Let me know how that goes. Saturday, we're putting the motor in. So that's what, all this is in preparation for. Saturday, my buddy Austin's going to be coming down and he'll help out. And then I have a friend of mine, a fellow YouTuber here in Houston, who might come out and help me put this engine in here. I'm a little bit nervous because this is my first time doing like any kind of engine swap. So far, so good. You know, I've been pretty confident in my building skills, but now it's the the installation side of things. I don't want to mess anything up, especially with that pretty ass engine bay we just did. So I will see you guys on Saturday. Like I said, if you like today's video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. It's free and you might find some information useful. Like I said, we're gonna keep doing this entire step-by-step series. Doing the LS swap on 370Z. So if you enjoy this kind of content, I would definitely subscribe, turn post notifications on, and that's all I got for you guys. See you Saturday. Peace.